Professionalism to me is not about what my hairstyle is like or how short my skirt is or anything. How many tattoos do I have? I don't have any, mum, so don't worry. It's about the inner person. It's about, am I making every decision that I'm making in the patient's best interest, regardless of contract, regardless of remuneration, regardless of what their demands are. Is this what I would expect somebody to do when they're treating my mother?
So professionalism to me is a combination of two things. It's a combination of the clinical aspects and the personal conduct. And I think to be a professional today, both the clinical and the conduct aspects are equally important.
For me, professionalism is acting in the best interest of the patient, but being professional both within the work environment and outside the work environment is also important. I think in dental school we get taught that and how important it is to be, professional outside of work as well. So ultimately providing the best treatment for the patients and providing best care for them.
I have a preferred way of looking at professionalism is that what you hope somebody is going to say about you. And that's from everything else. It's about, yes, that person's the one who's going to look after me. That's the person who's going to be the trustworthy person. So I think it's not always about that individual, but it's actually how they come across and what they give to another person so that they feel that certainly as an individual, as a person, you're giving that to them.
To me, I actually work in practice as well, so the whole thing about being professional inside and outside of the workplace, working as a team, and basically to enhance patient care, and so the general public feel confident with us, within our profession.
To me, it means putting the interests of patients first. That's what it should mean to all professionals. But in addition to that, I think to be seen to be having integrity, and so that the patients and the general public can continue to have trust in us.
I'll certainly be taking home some information very much about professionalism and ways of developing that within our students. Certainly the positive side of professionalism I think is really important for me, and thinking about what is professional rather than what isn't professional, and really magnifying that from the point of view of training, really embedding that. We try to do it, but obviously the more we think about it, the more we can do.
I think it's a core value. I think it's about aligning your moral compass. I think it's about understanding where your pitfalls are as a person, and then going out there to try and upskill and learn where you're falling flat. And that goes on. That's the consummate professional, not the peripheral bits and pieces that we see outside it. I think at the moment we see professionalism as something that we don't want to be a part of because it may mean we don't live up to the benchmark, but actually it's an absolute privilege to be a professional. Once we are a member of the club of being a professional, it's something that can't be bought. It can only be earned, and we must remember that.
mentioning before that professionalism is evolving, I think we've kind of moved towards professionalism being more about dental professionals doing the right thing at the right time for the right patient that's necessarily appropriate for them, and moving away from a professional being classed as a person who kind of wears a white coat and is clean shaven, has no tattoos or anything. I think is a really progressing area.